Hi YouTube, RV Lady here. I was just reading the comments regarding the um, gas mileage that I'm getting on the RV, and I gotta just say, you guys are so great. Okay, first of all, yes, I should be crying. Number two is that I am going to be taking the RV back to the same people. Um, I think the vacuum hose was off for a reason, and I think that was to add or subtract air intake for whatever reason. The timing on the device, the timing on the engine is fine. It checks out on his little meter thing. He said himself he didn't like the way it was idling. So I'm running. Um, it's something ChemTool, I think is the name of the liquid. ChemTool B12, or I could be wrong there, but it's something like that. I'm running two cans of that through the injectors through the engine and getting it cleaned up. And hopefully that will help. I wish I would have asked the question, how will that affect my generator, having that stuff go through, but too late. So I am just making this quick update video so that you know that I've read all of your comments. And I couldn't tell you what the answer is. As far as the Suzuki goes, this is a real interesting story. As I had stated in a video, I was waiting for a guy who has worked on Suzukis and owns Suzukis, etc., to work on my Suzuki. I called him on Thursday and asked if he were ready, because he said at the end of the week. So I called him on Thursday and asked if he was ready to see it, and he said that he was not, that parts hadn't come in for the other Suzuki and blah, 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 the other Suzuki. So I said, well, why don't you take the Suzuki down off the lift and lift mine up so that you can at least give me an idea of what is going on with it. And he said, and I quote, I can't take that kind of pressure. I basically said, F you, and hung up the phone. I doubt if he'll call me back. Pressure? Are you kidding me? I've been sitting around for a week. Well, okay, not really sitting around, but getting stuff done for a week with anticipating that I was going to leave, I don't know, today, tomorrow. Now I'm not leaving till Wednesday. So I will be taking off on Wednesday. I took the Suzuki back to the guy that I bought it from. And there's a story there. If you don't know it, you'll have to go back and look under Suzuki. Anyway, I spoke with him. For some reason, my head is just really like fleas or something at this point. I spoke with him on the phone, and he remembered me, and blah blah. Of course he did. He ripped me off, so why not remember me? Anyway, long story short, I took it out there, and he said, at first he was like everybody else. I said, well, I think you guys are like, mechanics 11 and 12 looking at this thing and saying the same thing to me. I have no idea what it is. So basically it ends up that it was the transfer case, which, hello, said that long before now. I said it was either the transfer case or the one behind it. What's it called? Differential. And it ended up being the transfer case, so they're rebuilding that. And anyway, long story short, it's going to be ready on Monday. And so I'm going to go pick it up on Monday and drive it for 2 days and just drive the Jesus out of it and see what happens. They are also going to reseal that front ball joint that is my steering. And gosh, I think there was something else, because basically I said, I want this vehicle not to give me any problems for at least a year. I said, I want to be able to change the oil and move down the road and be done with it. And so basically I'm spending about $400 or $500 on the Suzuki. and that was the $250. What did I have done? The rear wheel bearing redone. What a burn. But yeah, I understand what you're all saying about costing too much and this, that, and the other thing. But, you know, for a lot of people, this would probably be, oh my God, how am I going to continue on? And I've said this, if not once, at least 500 times. RVing is not an inexpensive way to live. Okay, if you're thinking you're going to get an RV and it's going to be inexpensive and you're going to live free and blah, 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 wrong. You're not going to. You have to remember you're driving a traveling earthquake, and everything in that RV is rattling and has to be retightened and looked at and paid attention to, and that includes your tow vehicle as well. So, you know, I don't really look at this as anything other than an investment in my future. Yeah, would I have liked to have done the RV's tune-up myself and saved me $800? Well, it really wasn't. It was $600 for the, it was $300 and change for the parts, and they're all AC Delco, bought at Napa. Burn. And then, but that's okay. You know, that's fine with me. Next is the labor on that, which was excessive. I felt that he charged me for 2 hours of labor, and I felt like I could have done it. If somebody would have gone out and got me all the parts and delivered them to me and put them in my hand, and I could just open the doghouse and start replacing things, I could have done it myself. What stopped me was the oil regulator. I did not know anything about an oil regulator. I don't know how to how to replace that. Now I do. Will I ever pay anybody $300 for an oil regulator? You bet your butt I won't. So, but as far as the tune-up itself, replacing the wires and the and all of that stuff, I could have done that. I just didn't want to. Seriously, I just didn't want to. But I'll do it next time. Well, in 100,000 miles. No, it'll probably be more like in 50,000 miles. I'll do it myself. And I did say on there that nothing had been touched on that. You know, it hadn't been touched since the original plugs were put in. So, and it needed new wires and, okay, all that stuff. It needed all of that. But anyway, I'm reading the comments, and everybody's pretty much saying the same thing, and I just wanted to comment on that, and that's it. It's Saturday. I am trying to get some computer work stuff done and not having a whole lot of luck. I keep getting, I don't know, drifting to something else. But anyway, don't forget to subscribe, and don't forget to like or dislike or whatever that is. And, you know, your comments always welcome, good or bad, you know. And you can actually say, you know, how stupid are you? Or, you know, how much money do you think you can throw at mechanics? A lot. They'd like it. But I really don't. The first guy, I waited too long for him. That was stupid. I shouldn't have done that. I shouldn't have waited. And I thought he was really sincere and a good guy and blah, 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 blah. And I'm sure he is sincere. I'm sure he is a good guy. And I'm sure he doesn't deal with pressure. But you know what? My life is about pressure, so I always deal with pressure. So I will talk to you all later, and I wish you a good day, and I'll see you tomorrow at the RV Women Hangout. And subject for the RV Women Hangout is going to be maintenance on your vehicle. What do you need to do? What can you do? What's possible for you to actually do? And subject will be, why do people just double charge of anything having to do with an RV? I don't get that. Okay. Talk to you later. Be well. Be brave.